Mm-hmm. I used to think that strength, never letting go, keeping my fists up, letting no one close. But I've learned from the heartache, from the nights with no sleep, some of the hardest battles are the ones fought deep. And I've seen men break just to hide their tears, carry pain like armor for years and years. But I found peace in the moments I speak, soft, slow, steady, yeah, gentle and weak. It takes power to heal. Gentle and weak, strong in its own way. It's choosing love when the world says push it away. Standing your ground, but knowing when to breathe. It's a heart made of fire, with a soft place to be. Yeah, yeah, gentle and weak. Anyone can shout, anyone can break, anyone can run when there's too much at stake. But it takes a real man to stay when it hurts, to hold something fragile without making it worse. So look in her eyes when she's falling apart, steady her hands and guard her heart. Yeah, I know who I am, don't need to compete. The strongest I've ever been was when I loved soft and deep. Strength ain't loud, it's quiet and proud. Gentle and weak, it's brave in the dark, it's holding her close when life hits hard. It's choosing presence instead of retreat. It's a warrior spine and a poet's heartbeat. Yeah, gentle and weak. Let them call it soft, they don't know what it costs. Only real men learn how to carry love. Gentle and weak, strong enough to feel, strong enough to bear, and strong enough to heal. Yeah, I fight when I must, but love, that's where I speak. So say what you want. Gentle and, gentle and weak. Gentle and weak. Gentle and weak. Low chest voice, no shout. Confidence in silence, not volume. Let the emotion rumble, not explode. Tempo 78 BPM. Slow sway groove. She looks at me like she's seen the storms I've walked through, like she knows every bruise, every scar, every truth. And I don't have to speak, don't have to try to explain. She reads reads the thunder, she reads the rain. The world taught me silence, taught me how to hide, but she sees straight through the walls I built inside. One glance from her and the noise all dies. There's a river in her eyes, and I let it pull me in, even when I'm afraid to swim. There's a river in her eyes, where my past gets washed away. Every wrong I've ever carried fades into gentle way. Yeah, she don't even try, but she changes me every time. I drown and I rise in the river in her eyes. I've been the man who refused to feel. Told the world I was iron, like I couldn't break or kneel. But she touches my chest like she's touching something real. And damn, I finally feel she knows the quiet hate I never spoke, knows the fire behind every joke, and she holds it all calm and wise. That deep river in her eyes. So I let myself flow where only truth goes. There's a river in her eyes, where my anger learns to rest, where the wounds stop bleeding and the heart beats from the chest. Yeah, she rewrites my life without a single line. I drown and I rise in the river in her eyes. Let it flood, let it cleanse, let it carry my name. Let it pull out the sorrow, the guilt and the flame. If I'm reborn anywhere, I hope it's here, in the water, in her depth, in her clear river in her eyes, where I finally recognize the man I could be, the man she already sees. I drown in a river in her eyes, in a river in her eyes. In a river eyes. Quiet in her breathing, like a long forgotten hymn. There's a softness in her touch that pulls the lightning from my limb. And when the world gets heavy, when the noise begins to rise, I just look into the river, running wild behind her eyes. I've been a word, I've been a man without a shore. I've held on to battles that ain't mine anymore. But peace ain't something shouted, it's not loud, it's not wise. Sometimes peace is just a river in her eyes. And I swear the tide pulls at my chest like it knows where I should rest. There's a river in her eyes, running deep and running wide. I drown a little every time, but somehow that's where I survive. Yeah, there's a river in her eyes. I've seen storms that crack the mountains, I've seen nights without a dawn. I've been held by all my shadows, like they swore I was their own. But she didn't fight my darkness, didn't tell it to subside. She just lit a single candle and she stayed right by my side. And the water in her gaze, it didn't ask for control, it didn't try to change me, just wash me whole. That kind of love don't demand, don't try, don't disguise. It's just a river running quiet through her eyes. And every time I look I fall, but she's the one who makes it safe at all. There's a river in her eyes, yeah, running deep and running wide. Yeah, I drown a little every time. Oh no, but somehow that's where I survive. Yeah, there's a river in her eyes. Let it take me, let it save me. If I go under, don't wake me. River in her eyes, where my heavy heart lies. If drowning is love, then let the water rise. There's a river I've been chasing sunsets on the back roads of my life. Sleepless towns, neon signs, whiskey pouring every night. Oh, my loneliness like leather, thought it kept the cold away, but it only made my footsteps fade further every day. I wasn't running from something, I was running to find something real, something warm, somewhere I could stay alive. But the maps kept changing and the nights felt cruel, till the roads I walked led straight to you. Every mile was a memory, every silence a clue. The world was wide, but it pointed to you. Yeah, I walk roads to nowhere, on my chest, I finally found the truth. I searched the world for meaning, but I only ever knew all those roads to nowhere were roads that led to you. I've seen the ocean rage, and I've seen the mountains sleep. I learned that peace ain't something you just take, it's something you keep. And you gave it without asking, without questions, without fear. You just opened up your door and said, baby, you can stay right here. And I swear I didn't know what home meant till then. Not a house, not a town, but being held again. You're the place where the noise finally falls away, where the night stops being night and just turns into day. Every wrong turned out true if it led me back to you. Yeah, I walk road to nowhere just to end up in your room. Your fingers on my heartbeat played a song I always knew. I tried to outrun myself, but you love me right on through all those roads to nowhere were roads that led to you. I get to find you. Roads to nowhere, roads back home, roads of silence, roads of stone. Every step was worth the truth. All roads lead to you. I walk like a stone, boots heavy on the ground. Got a voice like gravel, but I barely make a sound. People see the leather, the scars, the fire in my step. They don't see the way I trace your name in the air. I've seen wild nights, I've fought my share of wars. I've slammed shut windows, locked my own doors. But you pulled the matches from my hand, showed me I could burn softer and still be a man. Don't be fooled by the smoke and the steel. The strongest thing I do is feel. Yeah, I got a leather jacket and a tender heart, tough on the edges, but soft where it starts. jacket, tender heart. The world taught me armor, taught me not to bend, taught me to fight first and trust last in the end. But you look at me quiet and it cuts right through, like you see every crack that I try to hide from you. And maybe that scares me, yeah, more than a fight. But hell, I'd rather be scared than numb every night. 'Cause loving you ain't weakness, it's brave, it's hard to be strong on the outside with a soft beating heart. If you want the real me, baby, I'll let the guard fall apart. Yeah, I got a leather jacket and a tender heart, tough on the edges, but soft where it starts. Might look like thunder, but I love like rain, hard when I have to, but gentle with your name. Leather jacket, tender heart. Let them talk, let them say what they want. They don't know the way I hold you when the world gets blunt. Love ain't loud, it's steady, slow flame, and yours is the kind that rewrites my name. Leather jacket and a tender heart, that's where the real love starts. I'll take the hits, I'll stand in the dark, but for you I open every part. Leather jacket, tender walk like a storm, boots heavy on the ground. Got a voice like gravel, but I barely make a sound. People see the leather, the scars, the fire in my stare. They don't see the way I trace your name in the air. I've seen wild nights, for my share of war. I slam shut windows, lock my own doors. But you pull the matches from my hand, show me I can burn softer and still be a man. Don't be fooled by the smoke and the steel. The strongest thing I do is feel. Yeah, I got a leather jacket and a tender heart, tough on the edges, but soft where it starts. Might look like thunder, but I love like rain. Hard when I have to, but gentle with your name. Leather jacket, tender heart. The world taught me armor, taught me not to bend, taught me to fight first and trust last in the end. But you look at me quiet and it cuts right through, like you see every crack that I try to hide from you. And maybe that scares me, yeah, more than a fight. But hell, I'd rather be scared than numb every night. 'Cause loving you ain't weakness, it's brave, it's art. To be strong on the outside with a soft beating heart. If you want the real me, babe, I'll let the guard fall apart. Yeah, I got a leather jacket and a tender heart, tough on the edges, but soft where it starts. Might look like thunder, but I love like rain. Hard when I have to, but gentle with your name. Leather jacket, tender heart. Let them talk, let them say what they want. They don't know the way I hold you when the world gets blunt. Love ain't loud, steady, slow flame. And yours is the kind that rewrites my name. Leather jacket and a tender heart, that's where the real love starts. I'll take the hits, stand in the dark, but for you I open every part. Leather jacket, tender heart. Leather jacket, tender heart. It's just you and me here, the room breathing slow. The world's outside, but we don't need to go. Your head on my chest and the silence is gold. Yeah, I never knew touch could fill this hole. Yeah, I don't make big speech, don't promise the stars, don't need fancy words to say who we are. I just trace your back with the side of my hand. Somehow you understand. No pressure, no hurry, just breathe on breath. This is where my heart rests. Not by force, not by pride, but the way I hold you by my side. In the quiet, you know what's true. The way I hold you is everything words can didn't push and you didn't demand. You just stayed close and held my hand. And I learned that silence can speak loud, that skin remembers what the mind doubt. So when I pull you in, no drama, no show, that's the moment you know everything I am is simple next to you. Not by force, not by pride, but the way I hold you by my side. In the quiet, you know what's true. The way I hold you says everything words can do. I don't need to raise my voice, don't need to prove a thing. When love is real, it's felt, not told, in touch, in timing, in breathing. Not by force, not by pride, but the way I hold you by my side. Your heart knows it, your soul does too. The way I hold you is how I choose to love you. Sun's barely rising, lights soft as skin. Coffee on the dresser, quiet settling in. Her hair on my shoulder, like the end of a prayer. And the whole damn world makes sense right there. No rush, no race, no loud grand plan, just her heart be whispering, be here, be a man. I ain't gotta fix nothing, ain't gotta prove a thing. Just gotta stay, just gotta breathe. Hold her like Sunday morning, slow hands, no warnings, no hurry, no world to chase. Just her breath and her face. Hold her like she's sunlight forming, soft, warm, unfolding. Yeah, hold her like Sunday morning. She seen me heavy, seen me rough and undone, seen the storms in my chest when I tried not to run. But she never asked thunder, never begged for control, just opened her arms and it quieted my soul. And I learned love ain't loud, love ain't fire all the time. Sometimes it's a whisper saying, baby, you're mine. Sometimes it's just her fingers resting over your scars, showing you peace where the wild things are. Hold her like Sunday morning. Oh no, fight no storming, let the world spin outside. You're right where you're alive. Hold her like her trust is holy, gentle, slow and adoring, no fear of the fall. She's already given it all. Just hold her, yeah, hold her like Sunday morning. Got the keys on the dash and nice and wide. Moon hanging low like it's coming along for the ride. Your hand on my knee like a promise unspoken. Two wanderers running, but this time we ain't broken. We don't need a map, we don't need a plan, just a tank full of hope and a strong steady hand. Let the headlight paint stories on the wind. Where we're going don't matter, long as we don't end. Let the highway be our witness. Let the night hear our names. Ride with me till morning, where the sunrise ain't foreign. We'll outrun the past, let the future adore us. Just you, just me, nothing comes before us. Ride with me till morning. We both been burned, we both been bruised. Loved hard, fell fast, and paid our dues. But somehow your laugh sound like home to my bones. And I swear every mile makes less of my goals. The road hums steady like a heartbeat slow, and the sky opens up like it wants us to know. Freedom ain't something you chase, it's something you choose. And baby, with you I don't lose. So let the stars keep watch, let the world fall back. Ride with me till morning, where the sunrise ain't foreign. We'll outrun the past, let the future adore us. Just you, just me, nothing comes before us. Ride with me till morning, ride with me till morning, ride with me till morning. Maybe love ain't a place, maybe love is a pace. Side by side, no need to chase. Ride with me till morning, no fear, no warning. With your head on my shoulder, I'll be yours growing old.